We're live.
We did it.
Woo-hoo. We did it. We're live.
Yeah. We're live.
Oh my gosh. Fucking. We already have a comment.
We do? I can see it.
Yeah, I can see it. We already have a comment.
Oh, there it is on your left.
On your left. On my left is actually Smokey making biscuits.
Oh, on my left is my dog in a dog bed.
Yeah. So actually that tracks, you know, like on my left. Smokey on your with Ozzy?
Ozzy, yeah.
Ozzy.
Yeah, Oswald Cobblepup is his full name.
Oh my god, of course. His name is Oswald Cobblepup. That's epic.
Yeah.
And then
names.
They have all pets have like many nicknames.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh, Jono, hi.
Hi. What is WH? What?
I don't know. What happens? What's happening?
What's up? Cool. We have 3 people watching.
I was actually
I know reviews.
Oh, that's right. I can't see them. I was actually thinking it would be funny if Bucky and Sam started doing On Your Right.
Aww. That's sweet. Yeah. I like On Your Left better.
Yeah, I love On Your Left. John, are you having
He's having the same autocorrect problems that you and I were having earlier, where my autocorrect was literally adding words to Tab's thing. So I was like, yeah, no. I mean, yes, that is a yes, not no.
John and I have been friends forever.
Yeah.
And he has a lot of, hello. That's it. There it is.
Say hello. Hello.
And he has a lot of passionate opinions on Hulk Hogan's acting career.
On Hulk Hogan's acting career?
Yeah.
Amazing. I instantly think of Hulk Hogan as hot dog skin with the hair of something I can't say because it's pretty racist to say. So good job, Always Sunny.
Good job. Yeah, Always Sunny.
Yeah. Wow. Now we're up to 6 people.
Hey, guys.
Hey, it's only been 2 minutes, but you should definitely say hi to us in the chat because only 2 people have made themselves known, so the rest of you are just creepers.
But
we want a thing to call people creepers, right? On a live.
We just need to know if you have any questions for Susan about what classifications of hats make you.
How many times do you have to hear this rant from me? You've heard this rant. Classifications of hats, not of sorcerers and wizards. Now we've like diluted it down to hats. Do you have classifications on hats?
Like if you're wearing a top hat, are you maybe you're a traditional magician? Is there a rabbit in that hat?
Go to a traditional magician, though I've said so many times that magic has nothing to do with hats. That's my like hardline stance on this. Has nothing to do with hats.
Except I feel like when you are a magician who does like a show, you frequently pull something out of your hat.
True. Unless you're Job.
Well, he wasn't very good.
What are you talking about? He's the head of the Magicians Alliance until he was disgraced.
Yeah, shared a link for his favorite Hulk Hogan movie. I'll just say that for him.
Muscles? I have never heard of that movie. I thought you were talking about like what, Mr. Nanny? Isn't that a Hulk Hogan movie?
I think so.
Yeah, something like that. Jono, you can chime in. I think it's the one with like the poster where Hulk Hogan's in like a ballet tutu. Unless you're Zatanna or Zatara, top hat means you're a kid's party magician. That is fair, Tom. That's fair. But also they're like, I mean, they don't need their hats to be magic. Proving once again that hats have nothing to do with how you conjure your magic. Just saying. I'm all about this whole thing with hats. Nothing to do with it, Sam. So
I can't wait until something happens in the MCU where there is a magic hat for some reason.
Oh my God. If that happens, then I'm never going to hear the end of it from you and at least one other person. That's amazing. So now we have 7 people.
Guys, does anyone want to talk about stuff for Falcon and the Winter Soldier? That's why we're here, mostly.
That is why we're here. Granted, we did decide to do this a little bit last minute.
Yeah.
Ish. Yeah. Where are the rabbits supposed to come from then, Susan? Tom. Rabbits don't come from hats. I don't know if you learned anything in biology class, but rabbits come from other rabbits. When 2 rabbits love each other very much or just attracted to each other. Anyway, that's a whole other stream that neither one of us will be a part of ever.
Also, if we keep talking about magicians, I'm going to start talking about the Prestige, and this whole thing's going to get derailed.
Yeah, that's true. Well, wait, do you not like the Prestige or you like the Prestige?
No, I love the Prestige.
Okay, good.
I find it very, like, once I get into it.
I saw at the bookstore today, because I told you I went to Barnes & Noble, I saw there's like a whole book that's just dissecting like that movie, which
it's an incredible movie.
I agree. It's a completely incredible movie. But I was just like, oh my God, there's a book that's like the theory on like the Prestige. I was like, Gina's here. Hi, Gina. Gina is Gina B Collecting, and she's a really awesome. You guys should, if you're in here follow her channel. She does amazing photos and unboxings of statues. So yeah, she's awesome. And she runs her own like podcast show. So yeah, I didn't see that twist coming. I have also like, at the end of the twist, is it even still the same person? You know what I mean? Like if you go through the process that many times.
Yes. Yeah. And it was also that Rick and Morty episode. And that tickled and delighted me so much. I laughed till I cried because I don't know. I just really love the Prestige, and what a great way to bring that into something else.
Yeah, for real. And it worked. It totally worked. Yeah. What are we thinking for the series opening up? Bucky Falcon mission, zero escaping. I think that's a typo though.
Yeah.
I just like to typos.
I was actually wondering if it opens with that scene that we've seen a couple times.
Falcon throwing the shield?
Oh no, I was hoping that it was I was hoping that it opens with Bucky and Sam sitting across from each other on that plane, just staring at each other.
That would work for me too.
Yeah,
so
just right in
the classification of a Bucky Falcon mission. I thought that maybe it would open up, because you know how Endgame opens up with like Hawkeye at home.
Yeah, what have they been doing?
Yeah, so and because we know from that clip that Bucky shows up there, like if the opening is just Falcon throwing the shield and then Bucky shows up with like a, hey, we need your cap now, we need you.
I feel like
he does this too a lot, I imagine. Is the beast still? Noah, it is. When did you get here? You missed a whole other segment of the beef. When did you get here?
Hi, Joey.
Hi, Joey.
I think the tone is going to be like Lethal Weapon.
I think the tone is going to be like Lethal Weapon as well. Like comedy action.
Yeah, but also I think there's going to be social issues, and they released a clip today too where it's like Bucky has PTSD. Like they've done such a good job with mental health. And like the reality of being someone who's didn't control their actions for years. For sure. Sure. I did like that she was like, you need to have some friends. I like that. I liked that. So I was like, okay, cool. So Bucky's going to have a mental health thing and Sam's going to have a race thing, and that's going to be what's driving them. Yeah. And they do such a good job with all the mental health stuff
that I'm like, okay, well, I really hope that they are able to handle the race issues with as much reverence as they do other mental health. I am drinking a Beta root beer. I don't drink alcohol, so this is root beer, but it is deceiving because of the bottle. Yeah.
I was drinking these new energy drinks that I found.
What are
Alani is the name of it. They don't have any sugar, but they are very sweet, and also they taste exactly like what they say they taste like. That one's Hawaiian shaved ice.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God, you need to text me this because I want one.
Yeah, they're really good.
I got really excited over there was an energy drink. It was like Bang energy drink, and it was supposed to taste like cotton candy. And I was like, ooh. And then I drank it and it tasted like not that at all. It tasted like gross.
Joey, do you mean flashbacks with just Bucky and Sam specifically? It looks like we're going to get some Bucky flashbacks.
Sure. I mean, yeah, that dream sequence. So yeah.
Yeah. His PTSD.
I'm not normally down on character changes, but Captain America and Sharon Carter are family for sure, so she should at least have the Cap shield, if not take on the role of Cap. Interesting.
That is interesting.
I disagree. Not that I don't like Sharon, but I think that Sharon serves a different purpose than taking up the mantle of Captain America. Not that I wouldn't love to see a woman take up Captain America. I feel like they said in the What If series, Peggy is going to be Captain America in the What If.
But that's Captain Britain, technically.
Yeah, technically. But Sharon, I don't necessarily think fits the bill for what we would want to, or what I would want to see as Captain America. But that is, I would love the idea of like a woman doing, like taking the shield at some point. First, I want to see what Sam does with it.
Yes, I really like in if you've read the Spider-Gwen series, it's very fun because there's an alternate universe version of everyone that you're familiar with from like our universe, and their Captain America is a Black woman.
Yeah,
cool as hell.
She looks so cool. She looks fucking amazing. Excuse the language. Yo, that Peggy Captain America Britain looks amazing. Yeah, I can't wait for the What If series too. And that's going to be animated. So animation's like my jam. Yeah.
Well, Joey says separate flashbacks to their earlier experiences before their Winter Soldier Civil War. Oh, that's interesting. Like the stuff we didn't really see where they were doing stuff around each other. Steve would have to be there. I don't know if Chris Evans is coming back or wants to.
Well, I don't know that I think that he'll do it. I mean, I said this in our episode. It'd be great to see him do a cameo as like old Cap, like, serving as some sort of mentor to Sam or to Bucky, whoever needs it. But I don't necessarily think we're going to see another stint with Chris Evans as Cap.
Yeah, I think there's a solid chance he shows up in Multiverse either as Alt Cap or as the Human Torch. Yeah,
I was like, I would love to see him and Michael B. Jordan show up as Human Torches and not at all as Cap or Killmonger.
Yeah, because that's like he goes to set for one day, films and leaves. That's not a huge commitment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Sweet. Yeah. Oh, thanks. You're welcome, Ray. I enjoyed that input, and I would actually would like to like it's interesting to see who people think should be Cap or should be taking the like mantles up, because we have gotten through, this entire Infinity Saga, and there's so many people who aren't going to be around anymore.
Yeah.
I hope it's a bait and switch, but Feige said Evans said himself he's not coming back.
Again, I still feel like one day to come in and be the Human Torch for Multiverse of Madness and go home.
Hilarious.
Not a huge deal.
Yeah, that would be hilarious, especially since we're going to get so many cameos in that movie to begin with. It'd be great. Yeah. I'd be interested to see if they add deep conflict between Bucky and Sam near the middle of the episodes. Perhaps something happened between them during Endgame. Oh, between and during Endgame and I think your comment cut off.
Yeah, they released that Falcon and the Winter Soldier takes place 6 months after the end of Endgame. So it's after WandaVision.
After WandaVision.
Before Far From Home. I kind of feel like Bucky went and has just been by himself in like a dark room staring at space.
He went and got some plums.
Well, maybe he had a plum.
Bucky never got his plums.
Never got his plums. He probably did eventually.
Hopefully. That was one of those like weird random. I like fixate on just like weird random stuff. So it's stuff like, I really wanted Cap to get his dance. That's not weird or random, but like one of the things is I'm like, Bucky never got his plum.
Mm-hmm.
And then it happened in Rise of Skywalker because like Finn says like, Rey, I have something to tell you. And then he like never tells her. And I know J.J. Abrams released that this is a whole different fandom. But I know J.J. Abrams released what he was going to say, but it bothered me. Literally, when the credits rolled, the first words out of my mouth were like, what did Finn have to tell Rey?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, we all can assume what it would be. And then we were right, because Abrams confirmed it, but I was so annoyed by that.
Yeah.
Fixate on stuff. Like wizards and hats.
Like wizards and hats.
Mm-hmm. I'd love to see an actor's worst choices cameo run in the next Deadpool.
Can you elaborate on worst choices? Are you speaking of my idea for Hulk Hogan to play Wolverine?
Oh my God. This has been like, we've been live for like 17 minutes and Hulk Hogan has already been brought up way more times than I'm comfortable with talking about him. I
have a chaotic universe version of casting for the MCU, and in that, Hulk Hogan plays
Hilariously enough, I cut this out of one of our MCU Explained episodes.
I just think he's the most chaotic choice.
Yeah. Because I was like, because it went off on a whole other tangent that made the episode like freaking like 12 minutes longer. Mm-hmm. But yeah. She does. There's a whole chaos casting. No, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And now that's what's going to derail this whole stream. Chaos casting.
I'm trying not to. That list got really long.
That's like, amazing.
It got long. It got really long and really, really bad. And then we also did National Lampoon's MCU casting.
Okay, you have to say it. There's only 13 people watching. It doesn't matter. Another good question. We need to fill the space.
Who can I remember? I'm actually having trouble. Noah and I were doing that. Noah, I cannot remember who we said for National Lampoon casting.
Yeah. Actors playing other heroes.
Oh. Yeah. Ooh, I wonder if Ryan showing up as the Green Lantern is.
That would be so funny. I loved the dig at it in the Deadpool movie too.
Yeah. The rumor is that anyone who was like second choice for casting or anyone who was offered the role and couldn't do it might show up and as the alternate version of the role. So, for example, Tom Cruise was very close to being Iron Man.
And Emily Blunt was very close to being Black Widow.
And Peggy.
And Peggy. Oh, and Peggy too. I just know Black Widow.
John Krasinski was almost Cap. He was second choice. Joseph Gordon-Levitt was first choice for Star-Lord. Like, there's so many great actors who just couldn't do it because of scheduling or, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. Spider-Man in the National Lampoons.
Mysterio was Danny Trejo. Oh my God. Star-Lord Adam Driver. That's not chaos casting. I would accept
National Lampoon's casting.
Oh, gotcha. What's crazy is like, so we're using this streaming service that has like two, that brings in the comments from both Facebook and YouTube. And clearly it's bringing in Facebook comments faster because the YouTube comments are coming in out of order to the Facebook comments. So sorry if we're like jumping around, but that's, I mean, I don't know if you're seeing that on your end, but I'm totally seeing that on mine.
I forgot that we can tell where they're commenting from. So I'm doing great.
Oh, great. They're like red and blue. I wish DC was further along like Marvel so Nicolas Cage could do a weird Superman cameo.
They should just have him do that anyway.
Yeah, they just should. They should just have him like even just in a just terrible Superman costume, just like walk through the Batman movie.
I wish that movie existed somewhere that you could see it. I would love to watch the Nicolas Cage Superman Returns.
Yeah, I would love that too. That would be amazing. And neither of us have watched the Snyder Cut yet, so whenever that gets brought up, we talked about it pre-show, how neither of us have watched it yet. Though I feel like we should watch it at the same time, so we at least have each other on text to be like, what are we watching?
Help. Taylor, yeah, Tom Cruise was almost Iron Man. I think he is what... Then Susan, you can correct me if I'm remembering this wrong. The studio wanted Tom Cruise, and Jon Favreau fought for Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, I believe that is the truth as well.
Yeah.
I also do not want to see Haley Joel Osment in a Spider-Man suit. That is nightmare fuel. Agreed, Tom.
But I do like seeing him as a vampire familiar.
Oh my God, that was so good. I was like, is she going where I think she's going?
If you don't watch What We Do in the Shadows, it's probably the best show ever on TV.
Yes. If you don't watch What We Do in the Shadows, please watch What We Do in the Shadows. And then you'll understand when we talk about witch skin hats that are cursed.
Benedict Wong is also in an episode of What We Do in the Shadows, and he's incredible.
Benedict, have you watched Raya yet?
Yes.
Benedict Wong in Raya was
I got so excited.
And he was so perfect for that like weirdo guy who's the only one left in his village.
Yeah.
Speaking of chaos, I have like a monster on my lap right now who's like clawing at me because he can't deal with attention that's not on him. So that's what I'm trying to do right now, is calm the chaos.
Joey, should we do he says, I would love to hear your thoughts on the Snyder Cut. Should we do a MCU Explained Special Edition DC Snyder Cut?
I mean, I would.
I already, the first version of it, I already had a lot of thoughts.
If you wanted to do a special edition DC cut of MCU Explained, I would do it with you.
Okay.
Yeah. Switch it up for just like one episode, because this has been so anticipated and people have so many opinions on it. Justice League is longer than The Irishman. Oh my gosh.
Isn't it 4 hours? Is that right?
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be able to do that in one sitting. I'm gonna have to like
break it up.
The weekend to watch. I'm gonna have to just like put it on for an hour, take a break, do something else entirely, like palate cleanser, watch something completely different, and then be like, all right, I'm ready, and then go back.
4 hours and 1 minute. Gotta have that extra minute.
I know. They needed that minute. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if Jono's in the chat anymore, but I do know he does something called speed watching, where he watches stuff that's bad like at double time so that you can get through it faster. Is that a viable option for the Justice League?
I would do that because everybody sounds like chipmunks, so that would be amazing. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Not sure when I'll get to watch it here. Isn't big on Australia. Oh, hello, Australia.
Oh, hi, Australia.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm totally down for doing an episode of the Snyder Cut because that would just be. I also think we might need to explain it.
That's fair. Fair.
There might be just a lot of stuff.
Hi, Ron. Yeah,
speed watching is great.
Although the only thing I've seen about it, we're so far in DC now. I just realized, but the only thing
just got derailed entirely. But I'm here for it. It's fine.
The only thing I've seen about it is there's a really long shot of Aquaman walking down a pier. I saw some people commenting about that. So if you speed watch it, that's probably going to lose some of its ridiculousness.
That I feel like you have to watch like slower.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous. Like just watch it slower than it's supposed to go. So maybe he's walking down that pier for like a half an hour. Also, it's Aquaman. Wait, that's hilarious. Snyder Cut is getting good reviews from both critics. And all right, fine, that's fair.
But I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I haven't watched it. I like that we're getting so much conversation about something we haven't watched. But I guess to be fair, I halfway through that, like coming out of my mouth, I was like, wait a second, we're actually doing a live stream about something we haven't watched yet either.
Yeah, that's fair. We also have not yet seen Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah. And then the last time we went live, we hadn't seen the WandaVision finale. So we go live about things we haven't seen, and then our actual videos are about things we do see.
Yes.
So yeah. The best review I have seen is fun, better than the first two, not terrible. Noah, that's amazing. Not a fan of Snyder's DC films, but this has me truly curious. My gut feeling it's going to be better than the awful. Yeah, I totally agree. And I'm
curious.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, it can't be worse, can it?
Can it?
Can it? Can it?
I don't know.
I didn't hate the original Justice League cut. In terms of like ridiculous kitsch value, it has a lot.
It does. I think I like yelled in the theater when Batman laughed towards the end because that's so out of character for any version of Batman.
That was me in Batman versus Superman. I seriously face palmed the movie at like, so I just went, oh my God. Like several times I like just put my face in my hands, was like, oh my God, like what am I even watching anymore? So I thought Batman versus Superman was worse than Justice League. So Justice League, I was like, oh, I only mildly hate this, and it's hilarious.
So outside of Marvel, I actually am a huge Batman nerd, and I have a bunch of Batman stuff in the room I'm in. Mm-hmm. But I do not like recent Batman.
Yeah, I miss my Batman.
Yeah.
Who's Batman from the animated series, actually. So I've missed him for like 20 years now.
Yeah.
I could be Suicide Squad, which I think edges out Justice League as the... Oh, that's fair.
Yeah, that's fair. Although, that's fair. I will say at least for Suicide Squad, they got like Harley right.
Yeah, that's the only redeeming factor. And then and then please go watch Birds of Prey. Because that's so
Birds of Prey. It's so good.
Fun. And I've loved, like, Huntress is one of my all-time favorite characters. Like, I'm a huge DC nerd too. And I love Huntress so much, and they got her right.
Yeah.
And that made me so happy.
That's such a good movie. So underrated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I actually got to see it in the theater. Like, I went to see it in the theater because I had to. And I was so happy I did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's great.
It's so much fun. Yeah. Yeah, Taylor, I was also like, what is happening?
What is happening?
Yeah, like Batman versus Superman. What is happening? Yeah. But I do like that this is MCU explained the DC Live.
Yep. Yeah. We are.
Yeah.
As we all wait to watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and talk about the Snyder Cut.
People actually like that it's not like we're just Marvel, you know? So like if people ask us questions about DC, we can totally answer them if they want. Like any comic questions, we could probably answer at least mildly competently.
Mildly.
Because I read a lot of Star Wars comics. That's like what I do right now. Because Dr. Aphra is my jam.
Gun Suicide Squad, yes.
Gun Suicide Squad does look incredible.
I think that's going to be like his magnum opus. Like that's going to be the best, an incredible, like transcendent film. And then that'll be his life's work.
Yes, agreed. The trolls really came out in full force against birds.
So stupid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every actor, every part of that movie is so good.
It's so fun. It's so good. It's so well done. And then it just like, I mean, to be honest though, they all like, besides the trolls being terrible, they marketed it like shit.
Yeah, I think that it probably would have benefited from being called Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey.
Yeah, Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey. That's it.
Yeah. Because Birds of Prey isn't mainstream enough for everyone to know what this is.
Right. Right.
The clue is Flash can time travel. Yeah. Time travel back, get away from all this.
Are we doing Flashpoint now?
They are supposed to be doing Flashpoint somewhere.
Flashpoint. That movie made me interested in an egg and cheese sandwich. But the perfect egg and cheese sandwich. Black Canary was, I didn't know that was actually her singing.
Yeah, that's really her.
Holy moly. She's freaking talented.
Yeah, she's incredible.
Yeah, I did cry when the canary cry happened. Shockingly. I never cry about anything. They were like, you have to do the thing. And then I was like, she's going to do it. She's going to do it. She's going to do it. And I like saw it by myself. So I was like, oh my God, she's going to do it. She's going to do it. Oh my God, she's going to do it. Yeah. Yep. If you guys want a picture of like what that's like, then you could just watch watch the WandaVision finale episode of our channel, and that's what it's like.
Yep, that's what it's like.
Yeah.
What's funny is I think a lot of the crying gets edited out.
It does. A lot of the crying gets edited out. So the stuff that's in there is like a quarter of the crying, maybe?
Yeah.
A quarter of it. Yep. If the Flash was in real life, he could time travel to when all the bad stuff that happened this year is gone. That is true.
You know what I think about a lot? How somehow like psychically the MCU set up that they skipped these really shitty years in our reality. Like that we skipped the 5 years. And so they like didn't have to deal with explaining if COVID happened. They don't have to do any of that because they just it.
So
not here.
Things are going to be fine in 2023?
Yeah. 2023, things will be great. We'll just start there.
Let's just start there. Let's just get back to there. I mean, not great for Wanda, but or really great for Wanda, depending on how you look at it.
Yeah. Wanda's so powerful now.
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I can't get up because there's a cat on me. Otherwise, I'd show off my cool WandaVision art that I got. I showed you, you know.
Yeah.
But they had to deal with the snap.
Yeah.
They did have to deal with the snap.
They did.
We didn't.
But yeah, we didn't get to, I'm sure we'll get flashbacks at some point. Maybe. But I feel like we got a really good sense of how bad things were in Endgame.
Yeah. Especially through the eyes of like Natasha specifically.
Yeah.
You could really see it with her.
Yeah. And Clint.
And Clint.
Just off the rails.
Clint just decided to be a murderer.
Yeah.
I just feel like Natasha was like when they showed her and how she was dealing with stuff, like that was kind of more like an every person situation. Like every person Avenger, but you know, she's trying so hard to be normal that she's not normal. You know, it's like because she's trying so like, you know, like it's an earthquake at the bottom of the ocean, Nat. We deal with it by not dealing with it. Like yeah, she just is like, anyway. Dang, I showed up late and I don't know what you talked about already.
Surprisingly,
jump in. Surprisingly, we've talked very little about Falcon and the Winter Soldier, even though we've been going for 35 minutes. So ask away. We would love to talk more about Falcon and the Winter Soldier and less about the Snyder Cut that we haven't seen.
I'd love to see some weird stuff involving post-snap with Sam and Bucky. You mean right when they came back, right? Because Sam and Bucky were both gone.
Yeah, both of them were snapped.
Yeah,
I'm sure he knows that.
Yeah, I'm sure he does. Yeah, I think the hardest thing for both of them is probably they both lost their best friend. Because Cap is both of their best friends.
Yeah, and I think that also both of them are probably dealing with Cap made it a very big choice at the end of Endgame. You know, like it was like, yes, Tony made a very big choice as well, but Cap like lived out his choice.
Yeah.
You know the difference? Like Tony snapped and sacrificed himself in order to create the one scenario where they could win, versus like Cap made it through that entire scenario. They won and then chose to not be Captain America anymore, essentially.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's a huge difference. And like having to reconcile that, like your best friend choosing a life without you, would be pretty tough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think we're getting Thunderbolts in this show?
I don't know if it's in this show, but they sure are bringing, they sure are little.
Yeah, there's little sprinkles.
That, and there's also been, it's getting more and more, we're getting more and more signs of West Coast Avengers, maybe?
Oh, yeah, totally signs of West Coast Avengers. Yeah, especially also when you think about the fact that they're filming the Hawkeye show with Kate Bishop now. Like, there's West Coast Avengers has to be happening at some point.
Yeah, White Vision's out there doing stuff.
White Vision's out there. Yeah. Yeah. Which Avenger do you think has the greatest odds of showing up in Falcon and the Winter Soldier? Black Widow, maybe.
If it's Yelena, yeah.
Yelena.
Mm-hmm.
And
Rhodey.
Rhodey, and then also maybe Old Cap.
Maybe.
It
would make sense for him to show up. That doesn't mean he will.
Yeah. I have, oh my gosh, sorry. My texts are going off. I am very bad at these cameos, apparently. I was so sure Doctor Strange was going to show up at the end of WandaVision. But these shows don't promise us anything.
Really, the end of WandaVision is the beginning of Multiverse Madness.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, why I closed my texts. Stop it. Make it stop. But yeah, besides that, WandaVision just opened up a whole new realm of so many things that I'm totally cool with everything that happened there.
But even new country politics after everyone comes back is a fun thing to play with. That is interesting because I think for starters, they just kind of were like, well, I guess everyone who didn't sign the Sokovia Accords, it doesn't matter anymore because that is Sam and Bucky and Wanda. That broke out and didn't, because poor Scott Lang.
Yeah.
Went ahead and did his house arrest, but the rest of them didn't.
I know. I haven't seen or read anything about Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Going in tonight with no idea what's going to happen. Perfect. That's a fun way to go with anything. That's awesome. And by the way, hi JJ. I haven't seen you in a while.
I don't think they've given us too much with
I don't think they have either.
I think they're doing that thing that Disney likes to do where they're like, here's a bunch of clips that are probably all the same episode.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I also think that they've done more with the tone of the show more than anything else. Like we know the tone, we don't know anything about the plot.
Yes.
Yeah. I think you'd know that they didn't choose a life without you more that they choose. Yes, more that they chose to be with the woman he loved. Yes, that's true. That's true. And that's fair. But most people don't have to like pick, you know?
Yeah.
Most people, the woman they love isn't in the past where they can't also have like a fully formed life with their best friend.
Yeah.
I need my girl Tigra, or I always say Tigra, but I'm pretty sure it's Tigra. But I just, because I read it all the time, needs to sneak into one of these series. I always read it as Tigra, even though I know it's Tigra.
Do they have rights for her right now?
I have no idea if they do. I really want Namor to show up, and I'm pretty sure they don't have the rights to him yet.
But they're planting the seeds for Namor.
No, they are. I know.
If you go on the Guardians ride at Disney, you walk through the collector's mansion in the line. There's a ton of Namor stuff.
There's a ton of Namor stuff. I heart Namor. I love him. That's another reason that I want X-Men to be introduced a la X-Men Red, because also Namor is an X-Men Red. You could bring him in too. I love Namor. But I want Daniel Day-Kim to play him, and I think he might be too old.
Oh, yeah, I think he might be.
He doesn't look old, though.
He doesn't. But like that doesn't mean he doesn't have creaky bones. And it's like I don't want to do these stunts.
Fine. I would love Daniel Day-Kim to play Namor. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate to be that guy, but how hot is Sebastian Stan? The answer is very.
Very.
Will he have that wonderful hair and stubble combo? I hope so.
In some of the previews, yes. But then they showed the flashback today where he was full Winter Soldier, long hair, mask. But yeah.
I'm so okay with that look.
Mm-hmm. His best look is the stubble and short hair. I agree.
Yes, his best look is the stubble and short hair. Completely agree. Yeah. Anyway, that's a different topic. Random sidebar. I found, I was cleaning my room and I found my picture with Paul Bettany and I was like,
"Aw."
I didn't actually do that. Maybe I did. Maybe. But yeah, oh, Paul Bettany. Vision. I also found my male pinup art piece of Vision. Do you know about this art? I showed it to you one time.
Did you?
Yeah, because I went to a convention and there was an artist who I love whose Instagram name's like June Gloom something 16. No, I'm just thinking that because anyway. So she draws pinups of the male characters instead of the female characters.
That's right.
Yeah. She did like a swimsuit spread of Vision and I was like, I am buying this. It's probably the weirdest piece of original art that I own, but I love it so much. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. But we could go into this as a topic. Hot guys in Marvel. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm sure all of you are super interested in that.
So interested in our hot takes on hot guys.
Hot takes on Hawkeye. Hot guys, Hawkeyes. Mm-hmm. Hawkeye, who is not one of them, in my opinion.
I wasn't excited about this at all until I saw Zemo was in it. He's a great villain. He is.
He is a great villain. Oh my god. And he's I love Civil War. It's one of my top 5 MCU movies. Mm-hmm. And just having him come back and that same type of energy I'm here for it.
Daniel Bruhl was talking about how cool it was when he got to try on the Zemo mask for the first time.
I bet.
Yeah, you get the mask now.
That's I know. Purple mask. I'm here for it. Hot or not in the Marvel edition. For sure. I bet DDK would be able to pull it off. What does that mean?
Daniel Day-Kim.
Oh, Daniel Day-Kim. Oh, I should know that. Hawk guys. That's different. Oh my gosh. I like that Katie knows I'm live right now and she's blowing up my phone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there. Anyway. Cool. Anyway.
Cool.
What else is going on,
The
guys?
Hot or Not Marvel edition is funny because mostly everyone is hot.
Yeah. There's very few knots in the Marvel universe, to be honest. Like both male and female.
They're all hot.
They're all hot. Like if you want to be in the MCU, you have to be ridiculously good looking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like who would even be in the not column besides Hawkeye?
Besides Hawkeye. Who is the hottest Marvel man who hasn't casted yet? Like the hottest comic book
character? Oh, Hayward, not hot. There we go. That's a good one. Hayward, not hot.
They haven't casted Gambit yet.
They haven't cast They also haven't cast Nightcrawler yet.
Mm-mm.
I don't know why I think Nightcrawler's hot. He's like blue and like, doesn't look human. But then again, I have a thing for Vision, who's a freaking synthezoid. So I don't know. I probably just have very strange taste in partners. Hayward, not hot. There's also a couple others not hot.
Yeah.
But even like, I have this again. Wow, I'm just outing myself as like a weird alien girl because I'm like, even like Talos, kind of hot.
It's those eyes. It's those piercing blue eyes when he
actually, like, I love Ben Mendelsohn's voice. I think Ben Mendelsohn has like a real cool voice. So it's that.
Who's hotter, DCU versus MCU? Right now, MCU way hotter.
Oh, way, 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 way more.
If you want to go back to the Dark Knight trilogy, then we have some comparisons we could make. There's a lot more hot there.
Yeah, for sure. I had to write to Katie, oh my God, stop, I'm live with Tab. Because I had like 26 texts that just came through at once. Oh no, the internet pinup art of Vision probably doesn't exist because I have the only one.
Do you want to go get it? Is it nearby?
I have a cat on me. I can't move.
Oh,
everyone knows that once there's a cat on you, you cannot move. They weigh infinity. It's Thor's hammer is what it is. Like until you're worthy of the cat moving. Anyway, I don't know. That was a bad analogy. I went down a very weird path. Blink is hot too, and she's purplish pink. True.
Emma Frost. Love me, Emma Frost.
Made of diamonds, and she's hot.
Yeah.
It's his work with the straw that did it for you, isn't it? Wait, what straw? What are you talking about, Tom? What are you talking? Susan and Sharon share a thing in common. No, because her thing is like frozen old men who fought in World War II.
Yeah.
It's a very specific thing. I don't have that thing. Also, I'm like weirdly enough, I'm not that into Cap. I'd be way more into Bucky. And again, like if you're like it's the synthezoid thing. Vision's like my top Marvel crush. So like it's the weirdest one. Yeah. Actually, Noah says so specific and yet available.
And yet here it is, available to you.
Oh, Talos with the straw.
That's right.
That's it. Okay, thanks. No, it's the voice. I like good voices.
He does have a good voice.
He does have a good voice.
What if they cast a hot MODOK?
I don't know. Actually, I feel like Tom should answer that in the chats. Tom, who's in the chat, how would you feel about a hot MODOK?
Super hot MODOK.
Super hot MODOK. I am to robots what Sharon is to super soldiers. Fair.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fair assessment. Mm-hmm. Fair. Though it's like a very Vision specific thing. I don't want Ultron.
Because you're afraid of James Spader.
I'm afraid of James Spader, which is another thing that we unpacked. And also, how good was I at cutting that down to like a manageable amount of me talking about that?
In an episode, I think that we talked about how Susan's afraid of James Spader for like 20 minutes, and most of it is cut out.
Yeah, I cut it down to like a cool like 5.
I had a lot of questions.
We talked so long. Oh, John Hamm as MODOK confirmed. Oh my god. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm terrified of James Spader and have been since I was a kid. So when he played Ultron, it was like a very surreal thing for me. Or very real.
Or very real.
Or very real. Henry Cavill as Witcher, greater than MCU, greater than DCU. Henry Cavill as Witcher is the only time I'm attracted to Henry Cavill.
Yeah. I think there's just something uncanny valley about Henry Cavill for me, where he doesn't look real, and I find him unsettling.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Henry Cavill is not real. I agree with that.
Yeah.
And so I can't. Do you know what sentence almost just came out of my mouth, which like contradicts everything we've been talking about? Like, I can't be attracted to him if he's not real.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, there's like Vision. It looks like he's real, even though he's a synthezoid. Mm-hmm. But Henry Cavill doesn't look like he's real unless he has a blonde wig on.
Yeah, and I also think it's like whenever like Henry Cavill doesn't seem to have feelings. I know that's a horrible thing to say. I'm sure people in his personal life would feel very differently about him.
Sure.
I'm sure, but he just comes off as so like cookie cutter to me that he doesn't, whereas Vision has like all these feelings and like tries so hard to understand people and he's always there for Wanda, and you know, alternatively we could order a pizza. Like I'm like, like, and then Henry Cavill's like, I am doing promotions for Superman.
Also, I was he's in Enola Holmes as Sherlock, and I was so tickled by how because Henry Cavill is incredibly jacked. He is huge. And they put him in suits that are of the time for Enola Holmes, and those suits were not made for anyone with a body anything close to his. So everything he wears, he looks like his muscles are just going to burst out of it at any minute.
It finally made me want to watch that movie, not because I want to see Henry Cavill, but because I find that to be so weird that I kind of want to like watch that because that's so weird.
Millie Bobby Brown is great.
Oh no, I like her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just I'm not a fan of his. I mean, I'm a fan of Henry Cavill's. I'm just not attracted to Henry Cavill the way some people are like, oh, he's gorgeous. Is he?
He's not real.
Yeah, he's not real. Oh, he's the dark hair kin version of Armie Hammer. Armie Hammer is another one. I don't think he's real. He was made in some sort of lab. And
also, doesn't he's a weird cannibal now?
Wait, he's a cannibal? What?
Was that Armie Hammer? Am I remembering that right?
Wait, he's a cannibal?
Is that right? Noah?
Does that mean he's in jail? Because that is illegal to eat human beings.
No. Well, I'm going to wait till Noah confirms whether I'm right or not about, or maybe I'll Google real quick. But
you can't kick the... Did you guys all just see like my screen? Yeah, Smokey just started kicking the computer with the camera.
Yeah, so he has a weird fetish about eating people so that you could an alleged cannibal. So you could surmise that maybe because he's rich and can do
what
things.
Is happening? Wait, Tom, you knew about this? Tom's like in here agreeing with you and Noah. What is happening right now?
It was like a big news thing for a little bit.
How did I miss this entirely? Smokey, you can't kick the camera, baby. If you want to, you have to go over here. What is happening?
Yeah, that's what it was. Thank you, Gina. His texts were leaked where he was expressing his weird cannibal fetish to different women.
And then JJ just posted a link to it. What is happening?
It reminds me of like a way more horrible version of how on The Simpsons Troy McClure has a thing for fish.
Yeah. Yeah. Troy McClure does. Oh my God. Thank you, baby. Now, if you guys want to see that vision art, I can actually get it since the cat has moved.
Then why don't you get the vision art?
Okay, I'll get the vision art.
Well,
and my Doctor Strange
here, and we can talk more about how Armie Hammer is probably taking a bite of someone.
Yeah. Hold on. It's like behind 2 pinboards. My gosh.
Oh yeah, no, that you're right. That's not the worst thing about it. It's the only thing about it that's kind of funny. Is that because you don't, in modern times, you don't hear a lot about someone having a cannibal thing.
Okay. Vision.
Oh my goodness. That's right.
I know I've shown this to you because it actually, you can see my ring light in the reflection. It was actually like sitting behind my desk. So every time we were doing an episode of WandaVision Explained, like I was staring at it.
He's got the briefs on. Yep. This is very detailed muscles.
It is. It's very detailed vision muscles.
Yep.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
That's too much synthezoid.
Thank you, Tom. I don't think he actually feels that way though. I think he's fronting for the chat. But also, my forever boyfriend is Doctor Strange, who is not a cannibal or or a synthezoid. But yeah, no, that's awful. Yeah. Yes, it is. It's very tastefully done.
It is. It's a very tasteful synthezoid modeling picture.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like this is Tom's new favorite piece of artwork.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
With all of it, I think it's everyone's favorite new piece of artwork, right, guys?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And way to like turn the conversation away from terrible, terrible Armie Hammer and what he's done with women. That sounds awful. Yeah. That's the same way. Data, I get Data. Data is fully functional. He says that several times in TNG.
Wait, so do you also...
No, I don't have a thing for Data.
Okay. Just checking.
I don't have a thing for Data. My synthezoid thing is vision specific.
Very vision. Okay, so only vision.
Mm-hmm.
Like actually, I was trying to think if there were any other like super attractive robots. Nothing came to mind.
That is the question. Are there any other super attractive robots? But what about Battlestar Galactica? Do you count the
right. Yeah, probably.
Super attractive robots. Mm-hmm. The women more so than the men, but you know. Yeah.
There was that super cute robot girl on Buffy.
Oh yeah. And then of course the fembots.
The fembots?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Rosie from the Jetsons.
Have a talk.
So, fun fact.
Oh God. Westworld. That's a good one.
That's a very good one.
There.
Yeah, there you go. Did it.
Wait, what is the fun fact about Rosie from the Jetsons?
As a child, I had recurring nightmares about Rosie from the Jetsons. I don't know why, because when I was awake, I wasn't afraid of her. But for some reason, I would have these dreams where she would like come through walls and chase me like a Terminator.
Oh my God. That might be better than my James Spader fear.
But I like the dreams were terrifying, and then I would wake up and be like, I'm not afraid of that. Like that doesn't. Why was I dreaming that?
That's amazing. I love that so much.
Yeah. And then I stopped having those dreams when I was a kid.
That's epic and it's the best. I mean,
Vicky from Small Wonder, adorable.
I don't know what that is.
Small Wonder was the 80s sitcom where the dad built a robot that looked like a human and she lived in a cabinet. 80s sitcoms were weird.
Did Tab freeze? Did we lose Tab? I think Tab froze, or maybe I froze. One of us froze. Could have been me. I'm just going to keep talking. I've never heard of Small Wonder, so that's a thing. Yeah. Didn't Rosie go haywire in an episode? Maybe that's the root of your fear. Shall we analyze? I think is Tab frozen, you guys, or am I frozen? Who is frozen in this situation? If it's me, you can't hear me talking. Tab is frozen. She's also frozen. I feel bad, like in a very strange way. It's 9, so we only wanted to go an hour. So if she doesn't come back in like the next few minutes, I might end the stream and call her to make sure robots haven't taken over. Oh no, Tab's gone. Okay, so it's just me. Okay, well, I'm going to end the stream because we only wanted to go an hour anyway. So I am going to make sure Tab's okay and that robots have not gotten her. Rosie heard her and got her. Oh no. Okay, well, again, she just texted me. She lost her internet. So I'm going to end the stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. And don't forget to tune in tonight at midnight or tomorrow. Hopefully there won't be that many spoilers. At least not for the first episode. Who knows? But watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier tonight on Disney+. And I'll see you guys next time we do a video. Okay, bye.